Today we're going to make a little stuffed heart. I'm starting out with some chenille from an old bedspread and some flannel that I'll put on the back. So I'm going to cut out the heart. Here's my pattern. Just something simple, and then sew them together and put some stuffing in there. Cut a heart out of a piece of paper and then choose your fabric. You'll need a piece for the front of the heart and a piece for the back of the heart. Using your pattern, cut your two pieces of fabric. They can be the same material or coordinating fabrics. If your material is wrinkled, iron before sewing together. Well, I've cut and ironed my two pieces, front piece and back piece. Here's my little inspiration. On this one they did use pinking shears for the edges, so they just put the two sides together, stuffed it, and then pinked it. I can't find my pinking shears, so I'm going to sew them right sides together, turn it inside out, stuff it, and close the opening. Place your two cut pieces of material right sides together and pin in place. Stitch the two pieces together using a 1/4 inch seam. I ran 2 lines of stitching on my heart. You can see this one's not quite straight. My machine was giving me some fits, so I thought I would do a second line of stitching. That's not necessary, but you can do that if you'd like. And then I've clipped the corners here, the edges, the curves, sorry. And I'm going to trim off some of the bulk and then turn it inside out. Trim the seam all the way around the heart and clip the corners. Turn the heart right side out and put stuffing through the hole that you left in the stitching. Make sure it's stuffed really well. Now that I've got the little heart stuffed, it's propped up here for you to see, there is an opening that I will whip stitch. Now see, you can see my black stitches here. That's why you want to use matching thread. I used black to contrast so you could see it as I was stitching. I also took a few moments and fluffed out the end pieces here so that the chenille comes out on the sides. I think it looks cuter that way. Okay, here's our little stuffed heart. Would be great to use as a pin cushion if you're a seamstress or just a casual hobby sewer. You can also just use it as a decorator piece, put a little ribbon on it and hang it, have a little garland with a few different sizes. I think I'll grab some additional fabric and make more. For this next heart, I'm going to use denim, and I used the side of a pant leg. I've got looking different on both sides, and I'm going to add a tie for this one. But I think I'm just going to, maybe on this side, sew it on the outside. And I'm also going to sew this one wrong sides together. I'm just going to top stitch about 5/8 inch from the edge, maybe 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to clip it. I don't have the pinking shears like I said earlier, so I'm going to see how that looks. Stitch around the edge of the heart, leaving an opening for the stuffing. I've stitched around the edge with the double stitching, and I've clipped really tiny little clips. I've cut this in really tiny little sections, so that'll fray well. I left an opening here to stuff it, so I'm going to stuff it. And what's nice about doing this technique is that then I'll just run a double stitching with the sewing machine, and then it'll be done. Now that the heart is stuffed and the edges sewn together, what I'll do is fluff it up and get this frayed edge more frayed, this cut edge more frayed, more like that. So I'll work on that. These go together really cute. You can see that's offset a little bit, but it hangs just fine. I made a couple of other hearts using cotton fabric, and then I added some embellishments with buttons and trim and a fabric flower. You can use these for gifts. They make perfect gifts for birthdays or Valentine's Day, or you can use them in your home decor. The link to the supply list and instructions is below. Thanks for watching.